final bans here. Very interested to see where the attention as a Cassiopeia, once you start hitting your full rotation, that's really about team fights. It's to stop him being kited as easily. Of course, the query is, will he not just be womboed to death by the enemy team? As Haru not having the most fun with the Krugs.
Is he going to have time to get 3 spells off before he gets dunked by the combo of Galio Jarvan? Was very surprised that they let that go through. We've seen the effectiveness of that before.
But not the effectiveness by SKT in particular. That was with Blank, but their synergy on similar Galio Zac comps and other comps very similar to this one has been off. Their communication clearly was not fantastic. Now there's a couple less cooks in the booth. There's no longer Untara, there's no longer Blank, both of which with significant competitive experience. What it actually means for their communication now that they have a true rookie in Blossom and Tal, who's played, what, 11 games, is very interesting to see. They've reinforced bot lane, no effort in the lineup. There is Wolf here again. Does that mean they actually have their timings down? Because again, it's been very noticeable that SKT have been off when it comes to their usual teamfight synergy.
You have to wonder where they're putting the leadership in their team. We've talked about this before, but as more and more rookies make it into the lineup, is it Faker? Is it Wolf? Is it a combination of them? Does Bang even talk in the comms? Is he any part of the decision making? All big questions to keep in mind. And we're seeing Haru return to mid lane once again, just trying to push Faker back and hopefully out of the lane. So far it's been pretty even. Hasn't really fallen down to the pressure of Cassiopeia.
There's so many questions with SKT. What is their best 5-man roster? I can understand going with this 5-man roster today, but will this be their roster come summer season? Will they be reinforcing? Do they have ultra confidence?
Will there be someone new?
Exactly. These are all questions we can't know the answer to. Blossom is so fresh, and it's fresh for a gank as well.
Well, they did see him in there. I think there was a zombie ward that spotted him out, so Kive doing the smart thing. The lane is pushing anyway, so it doesn't have to be on top of the wave. Spots Jarvan coming in, knows the positioning, and can return to the lane. It's interesting to see the phase rush. You were mentioning that before. I think a lot of people agree that it is one of the current worst runes that we do have out of them all, but Cassiopeia might just be the one person to use it effectively.
It's very situational. I agree that the power level could be higher to take it more in a blind sense. There's no champion who you would say is best with phase rush except maybe Aurelion Sol, and even then Unsealed Spellbook probably outscales it, at least on patch 8.2.
Not bad.
Yeah, Glacial Augment not bad. So given how situational it is, very, very low usage in solo queue, I can understand the view that it's underpowered. I'm very interested to see how it's adjusted because I think more numbers is not necessarily what it needs. Maybe easier to proc. But
then again, 2 spells is like, there are a lot of people who have 2 spell combinations.
know, when you see a Cataclysm used there, you know the only reason to do that is the hero's entrance. Trading Haru's flash for the hero's entrance being on cooldown for a long time is a trade up when it comes to the safety for the laners. Haru's trying to turn on to Tal.
See what he can get done here. Haru was recalling, and Tal in by himself. What the hell? They put themselves over the wall, and now Kalio's here to help out. A huge mistake by the side of KSV, almost laughable at the time, and Tal gets away.
Yeah, the mind games around the blast plant was a like Lucian, just to understand them from the enemy's perspective. So it's always been how he plays. Cassio is comfort for him, though. Seeing if he can have a big game here when you look at the comp and you say, man, no Merc treads, because of course Cassio can't build boots, only has the cleanse. Yeah. It's a tricky assignment for him here, but it's one he opted into.
Well, we do have Blossom trying to make some kind of effect on the map over and over. As you mentioned, he did get the Ocean Drake before, but outside of that, hasn't really had an opportunity to make himself known. He's looking for a dive down on the bottom side. Chain of Corruption does get Braum stuck up here. Gonna jump aside, but Blossom was looking for the combo. They need to wait for the
no
minions to push
TPs on
in.
QV or Crown.
Okay, and here we go. Galio making his way in. Nice dodge by Ruler, but it's 4-on-2 now with Baker still trying to get on top of him. A double taunt, and finally they do it. Takes long enough, but that's going to be enough to get that down. Crown in the mid lane, and the Rift Herald being taken by Haru, just ignoring the bottom side, trying to get map objectives.
But it still ends up being 3 kills for SKT and KSV. What are they thinking? Crown did not have, he doesn't have the teleport, of course he's gone cleanse. QV had Ignite at the time, so only could go back and then very late teleport to the bot side. They could have just given up the objective and a single kill. The gank timing from SKT was intelligent,